Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Amy and on my channel I focus on health and fitness. It is day 3 of the bulk and volume training. We hit our protein yesterday, so I'm feeling pretty good. I just finished my pre-workout. I had the barbell brigade one again. Still testing out a bunch of new pre-workouts, so if you have recommendations, put it below. And today we are hitting heavy legs, and I've got about an hour and maybe 10 minutes to do it. So we're gonna do a quick 5-minute warm-up. I already did a little bit of cardio, and then we're gonna go straight into some front squats because I just need to hit those. And then the rest is gonna be hip thrusts, RDLs, and just glute-focused posterior movements. So let's get going. Set my 5-minute timer, and we're gonna start with some leg swings. Like I said, I like to start with dynamic stretching just to get the body going. And it also gives me a good idea of how my body's feeling in the day, as opposed to going straight into doing heavy squats or just throwing weight on my back, especially in my morning workouts, which I don't really do as much anymore. But waking up and not even having my body fully warmed up and going into straight squats and putting weight on my back and compressing my spine just doesn't feel good. So I just like to loosen up a little bit, get a little warm. All right, so we did forward, we did our laterals. Now we're gonna do some hip circles. You're just gonna pull it back, around per usual, back, warming up the quad, and then switch sides. You can do that 2 to 3 times. I usually do 5 when I have more time, but like I said, we're a little limited today. We're gonna go into stand to squat. You can either do this without support. I like to do it with support, so I'm gonna do supported. You guys don't have to, but essentially what I do is I'll just grab a pole, squat low, go side to side, come back up. We're gonna do that 2 to 3 times, just to open up the hips, get into a comfortable squat position. And then you can also do standing down to squats, back, and then up. That also feels really good, but I'll come down, and then I'll do some like side lunges, classic squats. Just really get into the adductors and warm it up. And I like to do this with a little pole because I have poor balance. And then I'll go straight from there into single knee, and then I'll go hip flexor, RDL or hamstring, hip flexor, hamstring, hip flexor, hamstring. And I'll just turn around, do the other side, same thing. Hip flexor, hamstring, hip flexor, hamstring, hip flexor, hamstring. And then we'll go straight into hip rockers. So just coming on all fours, opening up, and you're just gonna come forward and back and forward. And then you can start incorporating circles. And then we'll incorporate circles the other way. So I'll go inhale, arch in a circle, round, inhale, arch, exhale, round, kind of like cat-cow. And then I'll throw in just a few 90-90s. Just to get that internal, external rotation. My internal rotation has not been feeling as good, so I'm gonna need a little more of these next time, but that's what we got for today. Y'all are probably familiar already, I've shown it so many times. McGill's Big 3 is for core stability. I like to do it pre-heavy lift, like squats and deadlifts. So tuck and raise our head. This time you can raise your head or your foot. Gonna hold for 10 seconds. Slowly lower, and you're gonna repeat that 6 times on each side. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. 3. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. This honestly saved my life when I hurt my back, so I'm gonna continue doing it. One more on this side. And we're gonna switch. So same thing. Up next, we've got our side planks. So you can do this either on your knees on your feet. I'm gonna do it on my feet today. And we're just gonna go for 6 sets again, 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And coming down and back up. 1, 2. Coming down and 2. And 3. And 4. Ooh, this is where it gets hard. This is where it gets hard. Last one. 1, 2. All right, opposite side. Oh boy. 9, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3. These are faster seconds. 4, 1, 2, 5. Last one. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6. All right, last ones. Bird dog. I won't show you the full set because you guys have seen it so many times, but getting down on all fours. Extending opposite hand, opposite leg. You can have your feet tucked, you can have them flat. And then you're gonna tuck your core in. Raise one foot, raise the opposite arm, and hold for 10 seconds before tucking in. And then you're just gonna tuck and come back out. And that's gonna be 1 rep. Guys, so we are starting our workout. We are starting with front squats, mainly because I need to keep up some squat, bench, deadlift before the powerlifting meet, but the rest of the workout, like I said, is glute and hammy focused. We're gonna be doing hip thrusts, B stance RDLs, kickbacks, lying hamstring curls, and then probably some maybe some reverse hypers, we'll see. We are starting with our front squats today. I am wearing squat shoes. They are heeled to help with my ankle mobility. And then I'm also wearing knee sleeves. These are from Village Hidden Iron. And if you want them, I'll link them at the bottom and you can use my discount code Amy. And that will give you 10% off. But I'm gonna start with the bar and then we're gonna move up from there. So set number 1. If I can get my whole hand. We are getting personal up in here. You guys are on this side of the camera now. Top is from YOUNGLA for her, code Amy for 15% off. Gotta fix my bra pads though, but you know. So, front squat, main thing. You can either use fingers or full hands depending on your wrist mobility. My goal is to end up with full hands, but currently I'm using 2 fingers. But you wanna come under the bar and just rest the bar on your delt. And you don't want it to be on your collarbone. That's not what we're using. You're using your muscle. So it's gonna sit right there on that muscle and rest right on the muscle. And then you're gonna come under, bring the bar off, and you want the bar to sit right on that muscle. You don't need to choke your throat. And then you wanna keep your elbows up. And then instead of flaring out your elbows, you just wanna kind of keep it tight and engage your lats like a normal squat. And you take a deep breath in. And come up. Down, up. So main thing is you wanna take a deep breath at the top and then you're gonna descend like you're going underwater. And then you're gonna let it out when you're out of the water. So you don't wanna release that pressure in that brace as you're going down or as you're coming up. You wanna keep the tightness in your core so you protect your spine all the way till you're standing. But we're gonna add some weight and move on up for our 4 sets of 5. All right, y'all, set 2, moving up. We're gonna do a set of 3, and then keep moving up from there. Here we go. Screw my feet out. Lats tight, big breath. We're moving up. Whew. I'm drinking my creatine per usual because I love my little sugary water between my workouts. Oh man, we're gonna need to move a little faster though. Whew. Up next, we're gonna go for a plate, and I'm hoping we do at least a plate for sets of 4 today. Also, if you take a look at my lashes, I've got 1 lash left on this side and a 10 left on this side, and I'm not proud of it, but nobody comment because I've already received some comments about it and I already know. All right, I think I told you guys 5 sets of 4, but it's actually 4 sets of 5. So this is gonna be the weight, and I really hope I hit it well for 4 sets of 5 because we ain't going up and I really don't wanna go down. So I'm gonna do some clips first. Clippity clip clip. This is 135 for 4 sets of 5, set number 1. And I'm gonna belt for this because I just need to make sure I'm bracing properly. Again, per usual, my belt, Philly Chin and Iron, Joker belt. I wear a size small. This is probably the belt I'm gonna use during my meet or my black one. Oh, I'm gonna use the looser. What's nice is there's a looser latch, so I don't have to latch the double latch if I'm wearing sweats. Because sometimes I take the sweats off and then the belt ends up being way too big, but I can latch closer after I take the sweats off. All right, first set of 4 sets, Jesus, of 5. Come on. I'm already sweating under my arms. All right, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Same thing. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Come on. Yes, sir. All right, time check. I've got like 50 minutes and I'm just hitting my first working set. We still have hip thrusts, RDLs, cable kickbacks, but it's okay because we're gonna get it done. Friends, so that does it for front squats. We are moving on to hip thrusts, but I gotta get these squat shoes off and my knee sleeves. I've been asked a few times in my stories why I wear sweats, squat shoes, and knee sleeves for my squats. Squat shoes because my ankle mobility isn't great, and so it helps me with sitting back. I know it's counterintuitive, but because our heels are elevated, it makes our body naturally feel like it should sit back more. It took me a while to get that. And then for knee sleeves, I wear them for 2 reasons. Number 1, they keep my knees warm. Number 2, it's like a spring. When you compress a spring, it's gonna bounce back, right? So when you're squatting and you compress the knee sleeves, it's gonna wanna bounce back. So it does give additional support. Not that much, but if you get a really tight pair, they can add like 20 to 40 pounds to your squat PR. And then for the sweats, I also just like sweating and getting a good workout. And then once I'm all sweaty and warmed up, then I will take them off for the rest of the workout. And I am switching now into flat shoes. For my flat shoes, I like to wear Janowski's. Let me just fold this up. My Asian mama would not be happy if this wasn't put away properly. So for my hip thrust shoes. I'm going with Janowski's. These are skater shoes. I fell in love with them when I worked at Nike, and I just love the fact that they're different and they weren't at the time Vans. I think I started wearing them in maybe like college, before college actually, maybe high school. And I love that they look like Vans but weren't Vans. And I was such a big Nike head at the time, and I still am, but I was obsessed. And the employee discount, let me tell you, is a discount. So I bought so many pairs of these, and I've been obsessed with them ever since. So I just buy new ones every time I break through my old ones. But they are my favorites. Here we go. Cool. Hip thrust setup, pretty simple. You just need a bench. Oftentimes places will have a hip thrust machine. You can use the hip thrust machine, or you can set up your own if you want to set up the bar. You do need a hip thrust pad if you're not using the machine, so I'm gonna go grab one. Okay, cool. So hip thrusts, we are doing 3 sets of 15 with the pulse. This is the pad that I'm using. You can use the round ones, whichever ones you prefer. I just like that one because my hips get bruised and I'm a little too heavy. So there's my little setup for hip thrusts, as you can see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and sit on the floor. You're gonna want your back on the bench, pretty much under your scapula. I'm pretty sure I explained this in my last video, but I'm gonna re-explain it. For people who haven't been here before, you can watch day 1. I think it was in day 1, but pad right here, roll the bar up, and this is gonna work on your glute max, your glute med, your glute min, a little bit of hamstrings, and you're gonna go ahead and plant your feet, push up, and we're just gonna do a quick warm-up set of 15 without a pulse. So just normal sets of 15, maintaining your knees out, keeping the chin tucked. You don't want to hyperextend your back, because then you're just getting a lower back workout, which is not what we're looking for. We're trying to extend the hips, which is going to activate your glutes, and keep the knees out to protect your knees. And I've lost count. I'm going to say that was 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to do the real sets, 3 by 15 with the pulse. I'm gonna either stay at this weight or at a 25, but this is feeling pretty rough already. We're doing 185 because I'd said I'd push myself today for a heavier glute day. And tomorrow's a quad specific day and more of my normal powerlifting routine with normal squats, not front squats. I won't be hip thrusting tomorrow, so today is the day to get it done. 15 is wild. 15 with a pulse is wild. All right, here we go. All right, come on, come on, come on. Big thing with this as well, in any lift you're doing, you wanna make sure you're bracing and protecting your spine no matter what. Before you come on up, and you can hold the bar too if you want for more stability. I'm just used to putting them here. And again, we're gonna go for 15 with a pulse. So that's pulse, that's 1. Up, 2, control, control, control. 3, control, control, control. 4, 5. Oh man, that burns. 6, 7. Maybe I should have kept it at a plate. 8, 9. Oh my. 10. 11. Come on. 12. Come on. 13. 14. Last one. 15. I'm not gonna cuss on camera. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That might have been too much. That might have been way too much. Shoot. I don't want to take off the weight though. Oh my. All right, friends, if I fail this set, you already know why. I went a little too heavy. So, here we go. Let me throw on some music. We're doing sets of 15. We have 2 more sets. First one was grind. Here's my music. Here we go. Playing some EDM music right now. Please, don't cramp. All right, come on. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh my, 9, 10, 11, 12, come on, come on, come on, come on, 13, come on, 14, come on. Don't let your body collapse like that. Freak. Oh, it's burning. It's burning. It's burning. All right. Oh man. All right. I have one more set. Here we go. Oh, this is why we were supposed to start at a lower weight. But no, decided I want to move up today. Oh man. Just a reminder that pulses are 1.5. So like it's a rep and a half. So technically, whatever 15 times 1.5, whatever that is, 7.5, 22.5 reps. That's a lot. 22.5 reps of this basically. That was it for hip thrusts. Oh, we gotta pause this music though. I'm so excited that we're moving on to B stance RDLs. And normally I do this with a dumbbell or a kettlebell, but today we're gonna do B stance with the landmine barbell. So if you don't have a landmine or you don't wanna set it up, kettlebell, dumbbell works exactly the same. You can do 2 weights, 1 weight, as long as you feel it. But this is our setup right now. We've got the landmine setup. I'm not using the bench, but we've got the landmine setup. And I'm gonna show you exactly how I'm gonna do it. So I hope y'all can see me, but like I said, B stance is essentially like a single leg, but you've got a little kickstand, and you can have 1 leg in front, 1 leg in back, and you're just gonna have the dumbbell or kettlebell at the center of your body. We're gonna do it with the barbell because I just love landmine. And you're gonna have your front leg in front, back leg's not doing too much, it's just helping with balance, and you're gonna sit back like this is an RDL. Right? Now you've got a kickstand. There's less weight loaded in the back foot. Most of the weight's loaded in the front foot. And you're just gonna do the same thing. Hinge back and come back up. Hinge, hinge, hinge. And when I say hinge, think about pushing your butt back like you're closing a car door and coming back up. You don't want too much weight in that back foot. It's really there for balance. And you should feel the stretch in that standing leg and the glute and the hip and hamstrings that are going back. It's hard to teach while I'm doing it. So you're gonna hinge, 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 and you're gonna feel it in that front hamstring. All right, let's add some weight. We're doing 10 on each side. All right, since we're doing 10 on each side, I'm gonna start with a 10 first, just to see how that feels. Main thing is you don't wanna use the big plates for this because you don't want the plates to hit the floor. You want a small plate or just load a few of the small plates so that you can get a full stretch. So here we go. Oh, buddy. All right, we're gonna start with the other leg since I demonstrated with that first leg. But I hope my head's not cut off. Same thing, B stance. We're gonna have the right leg in front this time as the straight leg, left leg as the kickstand. We're gonna grab, so almost like an RDL, right? But then you're just gonna bring that other foot back a little bit. You're gonna lift up the weight. You can use kettlebell, dumbbell, barbell like I am, and you're just gonna hinge the hips back and come on up. So you're really feeling that stretch in that front hamstring. I'm going for 10. That's 2, I'm gonna need to go up in weight. That's 3, stretch, stretch, stretch. 4, you wanna keep your lats tight. 5, hips, 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 hips. 6, hips, 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 hips. 7, I say that just to remind myself to hinge. Hips, 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 hips. 8, hips, 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 hips. 9, oh good, I love the landmine. Hips, hips, core. 10. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Main thing, keep that core tight. Hinge those hips back. Think about like a rope that's pulling your hips back like this, right? And then you could have a slight bend in your knee. You don't want it locked out. That's not what we're trying to do, is hyperextend our knee. And just wanna work that hamstring. You wanna feel a good stretch and then come on up. Don't overdo it where you're just completely falling over. You also don't wanna lean forward and round your back. You wanna keep your core nice and tight, your lats tight when you're holding the weight, just like an RDL, and you're just gonna do the same thing. We are running low on time. Where's my mic? Where's my mic? We are running low on time, so we've got enough time to superset that last set of B stance RDLs, and then we're gonna do glute focused hyperextensions and potentially GHR as fast as we can. So we're gonna do our hyperextensions, glute focused, so not lower back focused, for 3 sets of 10, and then we're gonna finish our B stance RDLs. Now, am I an expert in these? Absolutely not. Set a little lower. You're gonna want it right around where your hip can hinge, so lower than that. And then we're simply going to go down, and then we're not coming all the way back up here because that's gonna be back extension. We want only to extend to activate the glutes. So we're just gonna extend to here essentially. So you're gonna squeeze your glutes to bring yourself up. And we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 with the weight. Here we go. This weight's kind of big. This weight's pretty big actually. So I'm using only my glutes to get me up to here, and that's it. Dang, I really want to hug the weight. It's kind of big. Yeah, it's too big. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. Oh man. Side. I like to do an RDL sometimes just to feel it, get that foot placement, and then I'll switch one foot back as the kickstand, kind of like your bike kickstand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hips, 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 8, hips, 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 9, hips, 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 and 10. And we're gonna switch because we ain't got time to rest today, but you can rest between your 2 legs if you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Okay, I'm tired. Alrighty, y'all, that is it for this workout. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you stretch, cool down. I'm gonna rush because I got an appointment, but thank you for joining me. Again, if you guys like my outfit, it is from YOUNGLA. Code Amy gets you 15% off site-wide. I hope it's not sold out. I wear a size small. I'm 5'6" and 135 pounds. But that is it for this workout. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe and comment what you want to see next.